Loss of tropical forests increases in 2020 worldwide, with Brazil ahead. The pandemic gives no respite from deforestation. Last year, the world lost the equivalent of the Netherlands surface in virgin tropical forests, with Brazil at the top of the list. These fires open up the space for cattle rising, which is the main cause of the direct project of tropical rainforests. Soy producers are gradually advancing on cattle production land and pushing cattle ranching into new areas. Along with livestock, deforestation is taking over the forest. The removal of vegetation cover causes a reduction of biodiversity, extinction of animal and plant species, desertification, erosion, reduction of soil nutrients, contributes to global warming among other damages. It's like a snowball, which increasingly amplifies as a basis for greenhouse gases and according to climate change, explains Luciana. That's why areas in the Amazon with more than 30% of deforestation dissipated a carbon emission 10 times greater than regions with deforestation less than 20%.
Agriculture is one of those responsible for the increase in temperature. Emissions from the sector, added to deforestation for the conversion of land for cultivation, represent something between 17 and 32% of all greenhouse gas emissions caused by human activities. Carbon dioxide, CO2, the main greenhouse gas, is the biggest contributor to global warming, which has led to increasingly irreversible climate change. Global warming is the increase of oceans and Earth's atmosphere temperature caused by massive emissions of gases that intensify the greenhouse effect. Global warming can cause several problems, such as rise in land and ocean temperature, droughts and floods, fires, superheatings, and the melting of polar ice. Some things that can be made in order to decrease the damage are policies that enable sustainable development, such as avoid using motorized transport. Burning fuel emits pollution and harmful gases into the atmosphere. Consume zero-carbon products, environmental compensation during the production and neutralize the emission of gases. Turn off the light when leaving a room. The consumption demand of hydroelectric power plants is great and emits a lot of gases into the atmosphere. Avoid digital garbage. 30 billion watts are used to store our data. That's the equivalent to the production of 30 nuclear power plants. Don't waste food. Food decomposition also releases greenhouse gases, including methane, which is much more potent than carbon dioxide. Wind energy uses the force of the winds to produce energy. Advantages: it is inexhaustible and does not emit pollution gases or generate waste. Disadvantages: it's not always that the wind blows when the energy is needed and the sound impact. Tidal energy uses as source the movement of seawater. Advantages: its predictability. Disadvantages: this type of energy requires the country to have maritime areas. Biomass uses as source waste produced by society. Advantages: it is less pollution and cheaper, and any all non-fossil organic matter can be used. Disadvantages: transport and storage difficulties. Solar energy uses sun rays as source. Advantages: low maintenance, space saving, remotely accessible, and inexhaustible. Disadvantages: high acquisition costs and cannot be used at night.
The concept of renewable energy as an alternative to traditional energies emerged in the 70s, with the objective of guaranteeing a future supply and having less environmental impact. Renewable energy sources are that have a renewable cycle on a human scale. That is, they are always available for use and do not run out, mainly solar energy, in addition to wind, biomass, water, tidal, and geothermal sources.